Oh, yeah, man, you waking up with the morning hustle. Angie Ann's, Jordan, L'Oreal. And although summer is over, we still chasing summer. We are sitting here with TDE artist Inglewood SiR. What's happening?
Yeah, ain't shit, man. How y'all feeling? Excuse my language.
We're excited. I'm not gonna lie. I have to tell you 100% honest truth. Jordan is actually the person that put me on to your project.
Yep.
Really?
And ever since he told me about it, I have not been able to stop playing. I was just walking in here playing it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's amazing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So, like, what's everything that's going on with you right now, right? What is the hardest part of this whole touring, being on promo for you? Like, what's the hardest part?
Oh man, being away from home, you know, because I'm a simple cat. I play video games all day, and like, you know, I'm a studio head, so I'll just listen to beats and just flip through old, you know, music and stuff like that. So I think after a while of being on the road, you know, I'm talking so much. I realize that, like, I've been talking so much, and then I get, you know, to my hotel room, and then I'm talking to myself, like, just up. You know, my brain is hard to shut down, but you know, once I get home, I know I'll be able to relax for at least 5 days before we leave again. So I'm looking forward to those 5 days.
That's what it is, man. At home is Inglewood out west with TDE, of course, man. How long you been with TDE?
Man, I've been with the label for about 4 years now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years.
So, like, you somebody, man, who, you know, I like to say, like, I just turned 30 myself. You somebody who at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and of course, you know, this is like a young man's game. You know, you got a lot of people coming in, getting younger and younger. But I want to know from you, like, what's a benefit to you? Because this is your debut album, right?
No,
this is not your debut album.
All right, so a little history, man.
Okay, come on.
You know, I started off as an engineer. I'm a music head.
Ooh, for Tyrese, I heard you used to engineer for.
Yeah, for Tyrese. Yeah.
Okay. I got some questions on that when you done answering this.
But I started putting music out in like 2011, 12.
Okay.
And I did like a mixtape with like 21 songs and nobody's heard. It's called Wooden Voodoo. It's still like somewhere on the
out there
you
somewhere.
You gotta look for that one.
Right.
But then I did a Dilla tribute called Long Live Dilla with the homie from the DMV. His name is DK the Punisher.
Okay.
And you know, that's my road dog. Me and him have been working together ever since. And that, you know, got a little attention, man. You know, I got hit up by a few like heads about that project, which is, you know, that's all you really want with that. Okay. And then after that we dropped 7 Sundays, which was my first full-length album.
Okay, that was your
That was my first album. That dropped in 2013 or 14.
Okay.
2014, I would say. And then after that, that's when I got introduced to TDE. They found that on SoundCloud. And long story short, you know, we got up, you know, I did a song with J-Rock and, you know, things just started to go from there. And then we dropped November in 2017, actually the beginning of 2018, I'm sorry. And then I toured that. And this is my second album with TDE.
Album.
Yeah.
So the second album with TDE, I guess what I was trying to say is, what is you know, because of course this one is so far, I guess, the most receptive one along the way. What is a benefit of you like being you know, a little more mature coming to this run and not being, you know, adolescent? Like what is a benefit of it, like not jumping in, I guess, or being out here so early?
I think I know what I say. I know what I want to say more than anything. You know what I mean? I'm not out here trying to like live life to gain experiences. I got way too many experiences.
Oh, we can hear. Listening to your music, you can tell.
Yeah.
But I just think you know, I'm more sure of myself as a man. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm in a place now where, you know, I'm confident in all of my decisions, you know, especially when it comes to songwriting and what I want to say. Man, I couldn't have said half the stuff I said on this album 4 years ago because I wasn't as sure of myself. You know what I mean? But you know, perspective changes and then, you know, decisions change accordingly. So I think this album is just me being honest.
So when it comes time to create, right, how do you like the environment around you? And do you record yourself since you are or were an engineer?
I definitely record myself. And I mean,
sure.
I'm not too particular about the environment. It's not about what's going on around me. Because I usually I got a backpack set up. I got my 13-inch MacBook Pro. That's what I did chasing summer on, was that 13-inch MacBook Pro.
Amazing.
That's hard.
You know what I mean? So it's in my same red backpack that I've had for 6 years that looks beat to crap. And you know what I mean? Like, it's more about me. So if I'm in a, you know, weird place or if I'm in a, you know, off mood, I'm not going to create. I'll try, but it won't go well. And I've learned to like stop. So I nip those type of situations in the bud quick. You know what I mean? And I think when I'm feeling it or when I have an idea, it just comes more naturally now. And, you know, I don't force it. So, you know, we take our time. We ain't got to really worry about it as much as we did when we were trying to get on. When you're trying to get on, you like, I need to write 100 of these. They all got to be 5. Right. And that's like, nah, I can't do that no more, man.
It's like now you got the pleasure of taking your time.
Exactly.
So what working with artists like Tyrese, and when you are an engineer, because I was an artist too, and I just decided I couldn't. It takes up so much time. Yeah. Did you ever stop him and be like, that ain't it? Or did you just stay quiet and let, you know, give your opinion?
That's a good question. Now, I was like, as an engineer, I was so gung-ho on like just doing my job that I would have never. I let him figure it out on his own. Yeah. But what I did was, if I did hear something I liked, I would put it to the side. And while he's thinking about the take he just hated, I'd play back the one that I like. You sneak it in.
That's
you know what I mean? You got to be
hard.
smart about it. Yeah. And, you know, once you start doing that kind of stuff, they'll ask you. You know what I mean? And he knew I sang. He knew where I came from. So he wasn't afraid to ask if I did something. But it was, you know, artists like Tyrese, they're in the positions they're in for a reason. He's extremely talented. Right. Yeah, when he's singing and he's in the booth, he's literally knocking it out. You know what I mean? Once he decides, okay, I'm going to sing this. He's knocking it out. Right. He's really dope. You know what I mean? And that was somebody that I definitely looked up to. His work ethic is unmatched. You know what I mean? And you got to really be, you know, close to him to see this side of him. You know what I mean? A lot of people have their take on who he is. You know what I mean?
What more do you want from me?
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? He's a good dude, man. He works extremely hard, man, and stupid talented, you know? And I think my brother is more the cat that'll be like, nah, you should do it this way. I brought him on as like my assistant, and shout out to Davion, man. He's extremely talented. He's a songwriter first. He's the one that got me into engineering. So when I brought him into the Tyrese situation, you know, we were just supposed to be engineering, and I was on his head like, yo, engineer, don't tell him anything about yourself. And,
don't this up.
I'm like, I'm not the plug for you to plug yourself. So definitely didn't listen to me, my older brother, and plugged himself right in the situation. Killed it.
Look at that.
You know what I mean? It was all over Tyrese's last album.
Wow.
And, you know, it was a good opportunity for all of us, man. And that kind of shifted the whole narrative. And that's the beginning of the end for me, because I saw something that I needed to see and was like, oh, yeah, I need to get up out of here. And that was when I started really focusing on putting my own stuff out. You know what I mean?
That was a blessing.
Yeah, I always say, man, much respect to Tyrese for, you know, taking us in and, man, helping us at that time. Because I was broke as hell at that time and needed that job right out of school. You know what I mean? Damn. And he was cashing me out. So, you know what I mean?
That's
much
hard.
Respect to Reese, man.
That's what's up, man. We sitting here talking with Inglewood SiR on the Morning Hustle. The album is out right now, Chasing Summer. Features from everybody from Jill Scott to my St. Louis brother Smino on that thing going crazy.
Yes,
sir. Okay, now we get to Wayne. Of course, today is Wayne's birthday.
Oh man, happy birthday,
Okay,
Wayne.
today is Wayne's birthday.
Baby. Hey.
And I put up a question. I put up a question on my IG. You know, we gonna leave it with this. Or if it's not one of these two, you can tell me which one it is. But I'm going through when I say the Carter or the Carter 2. Nah.
That's like a trick question.
Yeah, come on.
That's like saying peanut butter or jelly.
You need both.
Like it's like I need both to make it.
Yeah, no, no.
You can't?
Nah.
No?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, but do you have, okay, so overall, so I guess you couldn't say what a favorite Wayne album would be then? One that maybe means something to you. It ain't got, this is your opinion. You know,
I like 3 though.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
3 is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I'm choosing between 1 and 2, I'm still gonna have to say the Carter.
The Carter.
Yeah.
What it means, right?
What
it means.
5 or 4.
Yes.
3 or 2.
Without that.
Without, you know, that just we telling our age a little bit.
Yep. It's all good.
What's wrong with the age? Because I'm confused.
That's,
Isn't that right?
Hey, look, I you know what I say? I say you just seasoned. Don't nobody want nothing bland. You hear me? We saucy out here, baby. That's what it is, man.
Anyway, you know?
we here with SiR, man. Y'all make sure y'all go download, stream, you know, all that, man. What we got coming? Are we hitting that road soon? Or?
Yeah, we got tour coming up real soon. I'm definitely doing a show in Silver Springs. So,
Okay.
Yes.
You know, I'm excited
Can I
about
come?
that.
I
yeah.
wanna go.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
definitely
great.
invited.
Thank you.
And we live in Detroit too, man. So make sure you stop
Yeah,
through the
Detroit
D.
as
yeah,
well.
definitely.
Yeah. Check out our people in the
definitely.
D, man, for
Nah,
sure.
with
man.
it, man.
There's one thing I wanted to talk to you about because you did lip service my podcast last week, and I found out something about you that I had no idea. You've been married for 15 years.
I
was
peeped
it?
the ring.
10,
Ten.
sorry. Since 15, you've been married.
Yeah. Back when I was
But
12.
10 years. I gave her a ring
Been
pop,
cool ever
and it was
since.
over.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, man. That was
Okay,
wonderful.
sorry, 10 years.
Yes.
Right. So, what advice could you give to like some of these men out here that are just running wild, chasing all these girls? You know what I mean? Do you feel like having that woman by your side kind of helped you?
Definitely.
You know? And
Nah,
what
man.
can they do?
Well, you know, I can answer that. No, just playing.
Oh yeah. No. Make smart choices, man. And I know that seems like a simple thing to say, but you wake up every day and you get a new opportunity to make smart choices. So continue to make smart choices. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to disappoint people. You know, because people want your happiness. You know what I mean? People sit around waiting for people to let them into a situation that looks good. You know what I mean? So, you know, protect your neck, protect your happiness, man, at all costs, man, because it's valuable. And if you lose it over some dumb, you know, situation,
Some temporary.
Right.
yeah, man, it's never gonna be worth it, man. That's what Still Blue is to me. Is like the grass is always greener. That's me in a situation where I overstepped boundaries and I realized that it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? So just remember, the grass is not greener at all.
Don't it always look green?
The grass ain't even green. Once you get over there, it's not.
It's brown.
Yeah, it's turf.
It's fake.
Exactly. So yeah, man, just continue to make, you know, choices for your situation if you really want what you got, man.
Right.
I mean, we was gonna let you go, but since we talking about records, I just gotta ask though. Since we talking about the album, I mean,
Nah, let's
whatever,
get it. Yeah,
man.
nah,
We chopping
I'm
it
an
up,
open
man.
book.
That's
I'm an
cool.
open book, man.
All
I
right,
know
so
which
listen.
one he's gonna talk about.
So it's like I love that, like, you know, it's not just you what you consider yourself R&B, soul singer, whatever, but it's not typical.
Yeah.
It's like you talk about every scale. So the one that really hit me, I can't even think of the title right now, but you basically telling the baby, I can't be that, even though this feel right.
I better fall back.
Come on.
I don't mean to mislead her. If she believe every word that I said, I take it all back.
Come
She
on.
playing follow the leader. That doesn't mean that I ain't gotta leave her. I wonder the recipe. Yeah.
Come on. You're like, baby, look, I don't care what this feel. I know it feel right in the moment, but this ain't that.
Nah, for sure, man. And I think, you know, that's a tough thing. Honesty, man. People don't want to be honest. You know what I mean? And that's like, it's the best thing, man. Like, it's so good and it's satisfying. And when you think about like the long picture of things, man, like if you're as honest as you can be with everyone, whether they like it at the time, they'll never be able to say, you know, that you weren't straightforward.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And man, my rep travels far, and I want people to know that you got something in your teeth. You know what I mean?
You
Your
gotta say,
shoes
yeah.
untied.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just seen your nigga over there with, you know what I mean?
Somebody else.
Like
And it wasn't you.
honesty, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that song is like brutally honest, and that's why we did, you know, we took the juxtaposition of, you know, the music being really soft and gentle to the harsh reality of what
Yeah.
we're saying. You know what I mean? And you know, I know a lot of cats don't really think those type of things through, but that's something that we did a lot on this album, where we wanted the music to either feel exactly like what I was saying or almost the exact opposite. Like that's why I Love You is that. where-
Okay,
That's
so
another
that's
one.
why I
Yeah,
Love
that's
You is
another
one of
one.
my favorites.
That's
I was
another
waiting.
one. That's another one.
Because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that because they've been in situations where they might have dealt with a person and they felt like they had some kind of feelings for them, but then they realized it was just like something like a F buddy. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, no, for sure. And I think I've been in that situation more than I want to, you know, acknowledge.
Come on,
You
man.
know what I
Come
mean?
on,
Like I tell
somebody.
people all the time, when I was like 15, 16, I was trying to like save up money to buy a car just so I could go to different high schools and like
Straight
get at
up.
girls.
I'm
and,
talking about
back.
back.
yeah, been at it.
Backseat
Been at it.
action
Like, and
with
then,
a
you know,
hotel room.
and I, you know, that's part of the reason I think my music has so much depth is I was living an adult life when I was like 16, 17, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And most of these are, pictures that are like etched in my head. And that's why I say my music is therapy, because when I get it off and it's as, honest as and transparent as, what Chasing Summer is, it's a win for me more than anybody. And connecting with fans is just icing on the beautiful cake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've already done what I need to do for myself with this kind of stuff. But
do you feel like you could get out of a situation like that and turn it into something more, or something more real, I should say, and not just...
a lot of good relationships start from, some bullshit. If we're being honest, you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, it definitely could. I got homies that are like, yeah, she was in my DMs and now, that's my baby mama. So
That's the new normal.
yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
Yeah. I mean, I think people used to meet at coffee shops and at like grocery stores and shit like that. But now it's like, yeah, man, she delivered my Postmates, and one thing led to another. I'd already been seeing her on Tinder, from time to time. And,
Straight up.
yeah. It's just a sign of the times, man. But to each his own. How you get it ain't my concern. As long as you're getting it.
I thought we had a good time. Well, I had a good time.
Oh, cheap, look at that.
What did you say? Off 8
Oh,
Mile?
yeah. Feature off 8 Mile, Makai Fiver.
Who was that on the album?
That was my homegirl, Charm LaDonna. Shout out to Charm, man.
Okay.
She killed that,
Oh
man.
my gosh, she tried to come for you.
And
talking
she's
about the
super
8
LA,
Mile.
though. I love that,
She's
man.
That's how it be
so
her,
LA.
like.
Oh, yeah, that's
for
how
real.
it be, yeah, man. And, she definitely blessed me,
I
man.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
The fact that you have different elements and different pieces in there, and that it looked like you're putting on some new artists. You got some legends on there. I think it's an amazing project, and everybody should definitely look out for that Chasing Summer.
Thank you very much,
Download it,
man.
go see him on tour,
Please.
go do what you got to do, because it's dope.
SiRmusic.com. Go find it there, please.
That's what it is, man. Inglewood, y'all got
Oh,
one.
y'all already know. Let's get it. Top side, baby.
Hey.